So hi guys, and welcome back. Ito na naman tayo sa 1Tap episode 2, and we just saw Revitalize just be able to shine a fast light on Kadiliman and move on to the semifinals now to deal with the new and improved Subversive roster looking even spanky shiny. So mukhang ito na naman tayo, semifinals matchup natin ng Mr. Vyminal. At ano tong bago sa Team Subversive ngayon?
We got perhaps a bit of an ace up their sleeve. We got a roster update, mga kaibigan, for Team Subversive. Looks like Humi will be their fifth man coming into this next matchup. And, you know, Humi's had a very celebrated career here in the local Valorant scene, former Team 5 and, former Adroit, diba?
Yes, sir.
And, he's always been a key player in no matter what team he's been on. So let's see a sort of interesting dynamic that he can bring to the table here for Team Subversive. And they're going to be facing off against DFT Revitalize. Nakita mo natin gano'ng lakas yung DFT Revitalize here against Team Kadiliman in the previous match. So I guess magiging mainit ang bakbakan dito, Daks.
I see a lot of potential here. And, in all honesty, when I talk to Team Subversive, it really feels like sometimes they're like, we're just missing one more member para ma-round up ang ating roster. And maybe, just maybe, adding in Humi here for this run might be the key to that kingdom. But looking at the bans here, Bind splits, Band out, Icebox, and Haven as well, leaving Ascent as our map again. Pero mukhang Defiant, among gaban ng Bind at Icebox, Split, and Haven ang sinabing ayaw nila ng Subversive. So it feels like we have Defiant actually saying no to Bind a lot, which is an interesting call that you don't see too often. Pero yun nga, diba, sa Subversive, they're gonna be having Humi, and when you see Humi coming in from the VVV roster, this man has a history of both tactical and arcade shooters, so his utility and his mechanical prowess both on point. But I believe we are going to be getting into the game in just a bit. Ascent going to be our map yet again. At parang interesting na puro Ascent na kuha natin today, no? It really feels it has been the flavor of the day, especially as we saw it in round number 2.
Yeah, sometimes in some of our tournaments we never get to see Ascent for some strange reason. But looks like now that there are 5 maps in rotation, looks like a lot more teams have been favoring Ascent.
Yeah, it just ends up being the last one there. Odds one out, indeed. But we saw Bind in round number 1. We'll see Ascent here for round number 2 and 3. And don't forget, guys, sa ating grand finals, it is gonna be a best of 3 to see who's gonna be the champion of 1Tap episode 2. But of course, this is sponsored by Manila Esports Club. You can check their page out at Manila Esports Club on Facebook. And with the 20k prize pool on the line, alam natin ang ating Discord exclusive tournament ay tipong, uy guys, tara tournament. And then it's like, game. Let's get into it. And we had 16 great teams to do battle as we are now going to be getting into our setup. So mukhang sino bang defense natin ngayon? It is going to be Subversive on the defense and Defiant Revitalize on the attack. What do you think though? What kind of agents will we get for this game?
Looks like for Team DFT Revitalize, we got Charles on that Killjoy once again. Acro this time instead of Arena. He's going to be going for a race. And of course, Mira going to be on that chat as well. JB going to be on that solo once again. And Friend on that own. We've seen how devastating this lineup can be. Well, let's see against a different opponent. Again, the souped up SVR. Let's go taking a look at their lineup over here. Foon on his signature jet. Humi on his signature Sova right there. We know how very crafty Humi can be playing on that Sova. Very, very deadly. Young Pork on the Omen as well. Looks like Foods will be on his Sentinel role. Perhaps choosing a Killjoy or a Cypher, and CMS on that Breach. And again, we are playing on a patch that, again, ang turret ni Killjoy, kailangan, di ba, binabaon siya pag sa attack. You know, he can't really just leave it on the other side of the map, lurking right there, because, you know, Killjoy gets a text message, oh, you're out of range, you know, you have to pick up the robot and reposition it. And of course, we've seen the buff on Breach. Now the flashes have a longer duration. So, you know, it's not surprising to see a Breach pick here coming into this. Quite frankly, I'm surprised, Daks, that first time natin makita yung Breach pick here, semifinals pa ng 1Tap. Akala ko sa first round pa lang may Breach na lalabas. But we'll see.
And then it's interesting also to take note that it is going to be revitalized, changing up the roster with Acro going for the Raze rather than the Reyna. Now, he had a very slow start against Kadiliman where he suddenly picked it up there for the duelist to really pop off. At masasabi ko lang talaga, from what we've seen from Revitalize, they really proved to be a more well-rounded package compared to Kadiliman na alam nila paano mag-attack, alam nila paano mag-defend, and they were just able to really work it out, understand to play defensively on their attacking side, and the punish multiple times were the keys there. But Subversive is a completely different team. This is a squad that knows exactly what to do in a way on both sides of the attack and the defense. They have a lot of history in the VPH scene, starting it from the EXE days, and now having Humi into the roster makes it even better. Tingnan natin do ano magagawa nila on the defense. Gonna be side of Revitalize on the attack. And as you mentioned, we have the breach here for CMS. What do you think? What's the best spot for our breach right now on this map?
I think coming in here for the breach, really stopping that inevitable A short garden push is a very strong position for the breach to be in, because it's very one dimensional. Because may pupwesting flash play, and it really stops a chokehold not instantly. So I'm not surprised that CMS is going to be going for that garden positioning right there. Also, to stop off that push from B main, very powerful position as well.
Yeah, we'll see though how this is gonna work out here for the side of Subversive. As you mentioned, the push and the punish can really be a seesaw kind of deal here for both of our teams. Pero pinapansin ko nga talaga na Omen Smoke na naman ang magiging sagot dito. Tingnan natin kung paano nga sila papalag muna habang naghihintay tayo sa setup ng mga players natin. These guys just making sure they have the best ping into the server, making sure that they are ready to go for this fight. And looking at this setup, Humi on his signature Sova, something to really play for, and CMS is the one showing his flexibility again on that breach to answer back, and Foon with a Typhoon on that jet.
And at this point in time, diba, makikita natin SVR, single duelist composition. And of course, Foon going to be on that jet. It's not to be undermined, because we do know the frag out potential of Foon. Just an absolute force to be reckoned with. Despite being on a single duelist composition, hindi mawawala yung frag potential ng SVR dito. But let's see how that works out against the tandem of Acro and Mira. Looks like Young Pork will be going on that reconnect. So again, tactical pause muna tayo, mga kaibigan. Hindi mawawala yung mga technical issues na ganito, especially dahil online ang tournament natin. So please bear with us here.
I'm just looking into Foods though. This man knows how to play Sentinel so well. He put him on the Cypher, put him on the Killjoy, even on the stage if ever, and it really is a very good performance from him. Pero tingnan natin nga, paano siya gagalaw dito sa site. He says that this is my kingdom, this is where I belong, and he is just happy about it. But from what we've seen here from Team Revitalize, it really feels like it's going to be the same old thing. You gotta keep an eye out on Mira and Friend. These two are absolutely instrumental at really allowing Revitalize to make it to the semifinals in the first place. Friend playing very risky, and it did pan out very well for Revitalize when they understood what to exactly do. Mukhang yung mechanical skill talaga na Omen natin, umuun na dito, tumataas compared to the rest of the roster, but no one else is gonna be, everyone else rather, is saying na, hoy, kayang-kaya natin makitapat kay Friend, and we've seen Acro and Mir pop off, JB with the proper darts, with the proper clutches, and Charles with his really good holds as well. An all-around package, yun talaga yun para sa Team Revitalize, allowing them to make it to the semifinals, and we'll see, having these two well-balanced teams, who can actually have the edge on the other.
Parang yun talaga yung story ng both these teams. They're both very well-rounded. They both know what to do on attack and defense phase. And you both have two Omens on either side here with outstanding mechanical ability. Na parang medyo duelist role na rin yung laro nila sa Omen eh. After putting down those smokes, after putting down those utilities, parang nag-shift yung mindset, yung playstyle ng Omens na to. Para, maging sort of duelist for their team. And, the same goes for Young Pork and with Friend here. So, feeling ko napaka-close matchup tong dalawang teams na to, and can't wait to get started. And it seems that we are. In just a few seconds, it's going to be round one, DFT Revitalize versus Subversive.
Yeah, we'll find out though how this is gonna work out. CMS playing out to the Cubby, but look at this. The Nano Swarm Zion gonna be looking to be the action here from the side of Revitalize. Like throwing down that egg there just to make sure no one's gonna be staying onto the sides itself. Pero biglang nasagot ka agad ng Subversive yan. Ito na ang shock dart makikita natin ngayon. So from a battle of basically trying to outplay the other, this time we're gonna get a battle praise. The battle of utility versus sabi ni friend. Ito na naman. Here we go again. 3 kills para sa Omen natin. Mira also on the board. Humi all alone. And Mira and friend looking to be the pillars of success dito para sa Revitalize.
I mean, what just happened there? Friend with the quick 3K with a classic at that. Now from that range, it just goes to show how devastating, that free weapon can be, if you know how to use it well. And Friend once again making it really happen for this team right here. Minsan siya na yung may entry sa team nila.
Yeah, tingnan natin daw. What talaga yun eh. Revitalize is really proving that they have taken this mantle and they have taken attention in this tournament. Mukha talaga pinapakita nila na kayang-kaya nila pumalag sa kahit man sino man ang kalaban nila. At umpisa pa lang, maayos na dito against Subversive. But now, second round coming on through. It's a very big commitment here from Revitalize. Mira, way to kill out the Humi there. Goes for the shot. Seems like Subversive playing out at the garden, but Revitalize ready to set up and looking to plant this down on A site.
Friend taking down CMS here. Young Pork.
Shots coming, and Foon will be looking on around again. Timing is everything. Young Pork though, slowing it down, and look at this, Vim! Turrets! Gonna be the scout first and foremost. Charles though, in the meantime, gonna be looking to find the answer there. Still the shots do come. At mga ito now, Subversive palapit na palapit. Paranoia though, not gonna connect. Acro gonna be onto the hell angle there with the killjoy. And Foon will get a shot and the kill. Charles goes down there. Acro Mira answers back, and here comes the race to wrap it up 2-0 na para sa Team Revitalize.
Valiant retake effort there, but in the end, gun advantage will secure the round. Now it's going to be full buy round. Let's see if we can see a third round turnaround for Team Subversive here, but DFT Revitalize off to a very convincing start so far.
It's time for Revitalize to prove their worth, to prove their hustle, and to prove that they are gearing up for a finals run. The thing about it is, though, whoever wins this already in the money, loses this, might be able to battle for that third place spot. But besides that, it really is all to go here for 1Tap, and we'll see who can take the win. As immediately there's a push from Food, and the aggression from Subversive will be the answer. 2-3 picks off here from Subversive. Make that a fourth, and suddenly it's Arsova all alone, stuck in the middle of lane. But JB catches out Young Pork till CMS answers back from the other side. Subversive with a quick little surprise. As we mentioned, well-balanced teams having more options in front of them.
And we've seen them sort of replicate this well-known strategy coming in from the rest of the Southeast Asian scene. Some people refer to it as a strategy popularized by Vision Strikers, wherein the Breach pretty much flashes the enemy team on mid link nigh instantly as soon as the barriers go down, and it really catches that offensive team off guard. But it's something that you really can only do once throughout the entire game. So let's see.
Yeah, maybe once, maybe even twice, surprise enough, but you've already seen Revitalize answer those aggressive pushes accordingly. And in all honesty, it really feels like Subversive wanted that to happen. Mukhang ito na nga sila eh. They're hanging back, nasa may Cubby, nasa may Garden, nagbabantay lang, nag-iintay lang kung sino man ang lalapit. At habang ngayon si Foon nasa kanan dito, he wants to play the aggression yet again, pero timing is everything dito sa Subversive. At yun na nga si Foon, masasakal niya si JP dyan. Humi also on the board, Acro though with a tap onto Humi, but there we go with the shots, and the pushes from Arjet. Shot coming on through. Puna with the answer yet again. 2v4 ngayon. Si Acro makakagulat sa isa. At makakapatas pa ng pangalawa dyan. 3 in a row for our raise.
Acro just absolutely instrumental to this round. Let's see if he actually going to be enough. But CMS will be going on that flank here.
1v1 though. Battle in courtyard. Bladestorm looking to hop up top bench and hop up in the wall. And Mira will survive with 5 HP and with Dream alive here for Revitalize. Watch it out.
Yeah, 3-1 scoreline. Beautifully played. Very good clutch from Mira. Basically catching Foods off guard right there. He probably expected Mira to go with a spike in order to go for that spike plant onto site, but he just turned around and went off of that Bladestorm.
Yeah, I mean talaga yun, isang blade storm na talaga pwedeng makakaiba. And sometimes when you go to that high ground, it's gonna be hard to get that shot. Pero mukhang na-line up pa rin ni Mira doon. At 7-1 yan para sa ating Jet. Habang ngayon, ito na ang Revitalize na naman. Still having a 2-round advantage. Can they keep it up? At respetong-respeto na nila. Bigla ang Subversive rin ngayon. Sabi na, sige, hang back muna tayo. Hanap ng pitas. At si Funa mapipitas nga. Now it's time for Revitalize to strike and move on through.
See CMS here. What's allowing them to take so much map real estate is really CMS on that breach onto mid link. But so far it hasn't been enough to secure the round just yet.
Yeah, Acro looking to play into Cubby. And there we go again. Seems like Revitalize is really proving that they know how to push, they know how to pull against a myriad of opponents, including Team Subversive so far. But it is still pretty early into the game. Tingnan natin kung makakahambak na dito ang Subversive versus si Fred. Sabi niya, tama na yan. Quick little tap there onto Young Pork. JB also gonna be going on down. At habang ngayon, backline muna dyan si Fred kasi A-side clear for the taking here para sa Team Revitalize. Oh god.
Umi though, that one tap.
He does it, and he does get a gun. Now, he can actually choose to go for the save. He can go guns a-blazing. We'll find out what Subversive wants to do as Spike is planted.
Na gusto ko yung ginawa ng DFT Revitalize dito eh. You know, they knew that Subversive will not have those guns coming into this round, and they just had to play it out, play it real slow, and play to their man advantage here.
Yun talaga yan. Isam na naman para kay Friend. Tambay lang sa spawn. Sabi niya, sige, I'm part of the defense now, guys. And Humi, saying on the other side, he's part of the attack now. Waiting it out. Looking to hold. At least he got the gun there. But Revitalize unable to see him in time. But might be Charles who decides to come here. Little poke, little peek. And there you go. The Killjoy will get the surprise. And will get that takedown in the end. Revitalize right now. Really proving how strong they can be. At 4-1 ang score natin dito, Vim.
Not looking too good for Team Subversive right now. However, they do have that Rolling Thunder. They do have that lockdown. So if this is going to be, this might be the time for them to sort of shift momentum in their favor. Looks like Mira having second thoughts on whether or not going for that operator this round, though.
Talaga yan. Subversive. They're trying to find their home here, and I gotta say, adding Humi to the collection really feels like it might be a home base for Humi here. And he is second frag, looking pretty comfortable, but still the score doesn't lie. Ito pa rin ang Revitalize na naman, keeping control with how they can play the yin to yang, the attack to their defense. At ito pa rin, attacking side pa rin sila. Pero pansin natin na may pagka-reactionary sila dito. Naghahanap lang sila angulo para makapunish kung may tutulak nga dyan. Pero si Acro, nasa harapan na dito ng market. Nagbabantay lang doon sa may pintuan dito, pero Subversive nagbabantay nasa sa gitna, palapit na daw ang ating attacking side. At tingnan natin kung ano plano ng Revitalize kung tutulak nga sila dito sa gitna.
In this point in time, all Subversive has to do is to be really patient and play off their ultimates to secure this round. Kailangan di sila mapitas. And DFT Revitalize knows that, so they're playing a very spread out rotation right now, trying to look for those early picks para ma-deny at least one of those ultimates on the board for SVR. Acro will be drawing some presence here, but SVR will not be quick to rotate.
That's the first of letting it happen, and here we go with the push. Quick little flight stop from Acro, hopping on the round. Pero mukhang ito na ang Subversive na nag-rotate sila papunta dito sa B-side. Mira though with the pick up on the Young Pork. Booming with the Hunter's Fury there. JB though also gonna get a connection, and now it's 4v2. Showstopper to get the zone. Friend gonna get on the board there again. And it's really just gonna be a hard time for Subversive. Booming is CMS trying to get back on side. Acro though will get that takedown. There's the spam, there's the takedown. At ayan na naman ang Revitalize, making it happen again. 5-1 dito para sa Defiant Squad natin.
Despite having all the tools at their disposal, SVR not being able to make it happen. Young Pork and Foods having a rough time, 0-6 on the scoreline. Ganda ng entry ni Acro dun, securing that map real estate. But diretso sa backside, just evading those traps from that Killjoy, those nano swarms. And that's really how you use the satchels against Killjoy. So really, really good performance so far from DFT Revitalize, and they're showing no signs of slowing down whatsoever here, Daks.
Absolutely. And Subversive talaga, they do want to play it slow a little bit, get that setup on. Pero bigla lang sila nabibigla dito ng Revitalize. Kahit tama ginagawa ng Subversive in terms of positioning, hindi pa rin sila maka-react in time. At yun yung problema ngayon. Kasi ito na naman, Acro now with a push onto CMS, but Mira blinded, and Young Pork will take advantage. The quick little tap there to the head in the first place for JB. Shocked ito naman ang makakatama kay Foon. Friend in the meantime with the kill out the Foods. At palapit na naman ang Survivors ng Subversive dito. Mukhang mahihirapan na naman si Humi ngayon. There's the peak though, and Young Pork also timing it right. 2 kills immediately, a blink of the eye, and suddenly 2 are gone here for the attack as Spike is planted.
And definitely a winnable condition here. They can get some guns for them. However, Hunter's Fury will be popping off.
And that's gonna be that. Hunter's Fury getting the zone indeed, and Charles actually catching out Humi there. Young Pork though now with the Vandal in hand. Look, it's both has, but JB gets the initial sight line and gets that final blow. 2-1? 2 versus 0 there, learning into a 6-1 scoreline. Dito lang para sa Revitalize, and they have just taken heavy control of this game here, Mr. Vim.
Napakaganda ng timing ng recon ni JB dun, just giving him enough information to be able to take down the surviving members of SVR. Looks like Foon going to be on that operator. Let's see if he can actually do something, make some plays for SVR here.
Yeah, I'm really anticipating it. We've seen them play the aggression there, giving them that one round, but suddenly Revitalize knowing exactly what's going on, answering back at the right time, and doing the best they can to keep things up. Pero mukhang ito naman, A-site ang magiging laro dito na Revitalize. Time for the lockdown play, time for the setup, and Acro again hopping over all of that and more. Habang ngayon, ang race natin naghihintay, nagbabantay. Mukhang ito na kagad ang ating lockdown talaga sa parehong teams. At si Foon sa mga kasagot. Si Foon rin naka-operator dyan. At Subversive, come back dito. 1 detained though. 2 detained on the other side. And who has the chance had here? It's Foods. Acro looking on the round. Brenda with the on the Foods. Acro just gonna take that bullet to the grave. And suddenly it's 4v2. Brenda with the answer on the Humi. The doorway might be the answer here though for our Omen. At si Young Pork makakita at makapitas pa ng isa.
Looks like it's all going to be up to Mira with that Blade Storm. Is he going to go for the execute onto A side, or is he going to be rotating onto B? He still has 45 seconds on the clock. Maybe he wants to make Subversive think that he is going to B side, but Subversive is holding the ground here.
Yeah, looks to hold, and oh my god, Mir still gets the shot. Pero si Foon nasa taas lang, saktong tama lang doon sa may rafters, and Foon will bring the comeback to happen. 6-2, and the operator making a difference. So finally, we see Subversive find their footing. They have adjusted accordingly, at mukhang comfy sila na mag 4-1 setup sila dito ngayon, Vim.
Looks like a glimmer of hope for the side of SVR. Let's see what... I mean, that was a very straightforward execute coming in from DFT Revitalize. Using that lockdown, that satchel from Raids didn't really work out to their favor. In anticipate ng Subversive na gagamitin yung lockdown eh. So they weren't really too hasty in terms of their defensive blocking. But time will tell to see what will happen to this next round here.
Yeah, exactly. Subversive still has a mountain to climb. Tingnan natin kung paano nga sila papalag dito. Revitalize in the meantime, really proving that they can take the lead and more, and looking to play for cubby control so far with the Omen. Pero mukhang si Friend, huli na si Foods, takbo lang dyan. Alarm bot gonna get stunned because of course the Killjoy is gone from this round. And immediately, Subversive, feeling the effects of that, have to tighten up the defense. But here comes the side of Revitalize. But error going down to the operator. Foon right now trying to go for another shot. Smoke though in the way. And it's Mira still getting the swing in time. Grabe talaga, Revitalize when they pick up the speed. They just go for it. CMS though trying to slow it down. Humi also always a star in the making. And the aftershock gonna be there. Mira gonna get spammed down. 3 people picking and Humi still falls. But CMS will get that kill. And it's suddenly 2v2.
Do have the HP advantage, but Friend looking very sneaky here. The door is closed onto Market, leaving JB alone. See if he can actually take down Young Pork, takes him out. It's all up to Friend to defend the spike here.
We'll see if Friend can do it. He spams it accordingly. But no, sir, no one is there for now. Friend in the meantime gets spammed back. And the two women try to look at each other. Perfect headshot though onto Young Pork. At mukhang ito na naman ang ating defuse. 1v1 na defuse na rin ang Subversive. And CMS will take the death. Pero mukhang nanalo rin ang Subversive done. Very, very risky though. And what a round that was.
I mean, you see what they were trying to do there. That same plant, actually napakaganda ng plant na yun dun sa ilalim ng boathouse. It's so easy to wallbang. All you have to do is ping the spike and you can actually wallbang with impunity without gaining sight lines from the enemy team. But gotta respect what CMS did right there, repositioning midway during the defuse, thus avoiding those wallbangs from Friend right there. So really well played.
Friend though is just doing an amazing job. 15 kills from our Omen, really taking top for again, but Foon, this man is the one who has the answers. He's the one playing the aggression, and Charles looking the hole, but Foon will still get that takedown. Now, Young Pork playing onto the cubby, looking for the brawl. Crashes in time, but Friend will still get that takedown. Mukhang si Foon daw nasa mid lane ngayon, at mukhang matitira talaga kung sino man matibay dito sa gitna. Si Foon naghahanap na mapipitas. CMS though with the answer there, and Subversive taking control of this round so far in terms of positioning, but here comes the A push, and Humi is watching from above.
It's like Subversive is being able to find their footing right here. And that is really annoying. The turret right in front of the door, you break the door, and then suddenly there's a turret shooting at you.
And now it's Killjoy shooting at the Sova. JB goes down. One left, Mira down below in hell. At palapit ng Subversive. They want to go for the choke. They want to catch out this jet. And there you go with Humi getting that final kill. Subversive comeback dito. At ito talaga yun. With two such balanced teams right now, it really feels like kung sino man maka-outsmart sa kalaban ang pwede magogi dito.
So far, it's been paying off. Like the way they're taking control of the map very early on in the round. You know, you have Foon roaming around mid lane right there, not being afraid to take on those duels, as well as Young Pork just trying to secure info on where Friend is roaming at that point in time. Sort of that counter lurk, and I like what we're seeing so far. See if they can sustain their momentum though.
Fault line gonna get thrown out there, and here we go, the spike being retrieved by the attacking side onto the B side. Pero rinig na yun kagad ng Subversive, at mukhang nag-rotate na nga sila palapit gamit nung Sova nila. They put Humi in the middle. Young Pork gonna be sticking by the garden though. Always good to control that side of the map. And with Foon right now looking to play the aggro, it might be a case for a jet to pop off again.
I mean, Foon, time and time again, has been hiding around this corner right here. You know, they should take control of that. DFT Revitalize should deny him control of that mid lane.
Yeah, Charles though, again with the zoning swarm grenade, always throwing it in terms of those entrance ways. But Foon, busy with the cloudburst at huli siya ni Mira dyan. Dalawa naghihintay doon sa sulok lang. At biglang Revitalize. Ito naman advantage for them. Friend though looking on around, gets a bit of the sightlines there onto the Omen. Young Pork going for a shot though. And here comes the paranoia thrown on that. Can Young Pork get close enough? Yes, he can. But Mira over the refrag, and here comes Humi now with the Hunter Fury. But the chase is on. Blade Storm is there. And suddenly Humi catches out the jet, trying to fly on up. 3v4 though. And it's mga A-side nga para dito sa Revitalize na naman.
30 seconds left.
So Mira will be securing hill. They will be able to go for that spike plant right here. It's going to be a full-on retake, perhaps
Spike
all three of them from heaven right here. It's going to be a very sketchy situation, but Humi with that recount out, and of course that turret giving you information on where these post-plant defenders are.
Yeah, Mira gonna be down below. There we go. Quick little stun though, and of course that breach making a big difference in terms of utility. And this Subversive trying to go for the retake, but Mira with the Blade Storm sticking to sa hell lang talaga. Sabi niya, sige, I'll take the same angle, but this time ibang result makuha niya. Blade Storm to get that final few kills. 4 in a row para kay Mira, at grabe talaga pop of potential nila. Mira and Friend 17 and 16 kills. On the other side we have Foon and Humi with 10 each.
I mean, nakakatakot talaga magtago dun sa hell, no? Pag may breach kang kalaban, but the spike being flashed to oblivion there, you know, Mira just makes it work, securing a multi-kill, just defending that spike and post-plant. So napakaganda na pinapakita nila dito ngayon. And Showstopper now going to be online for Acro.
Subversive looking to find a bit more of the comeback there. Kaya ba nila at least going to 5-7 before we wrap things up for this half. And Foon only with the sheriff in hand does have the Blade Storm though. So it seems like Subversive, they're not going to be full kitted as they would like, but hey, they will do with it, they will work with it, and we'll see what they can do. Flash though coming on through from CMS, pero ayaw pa tumulak ni Foon. Feel niya masyado marami pa rin nasa kabila. At si JB naman with the drone right now to scout things around, giving more mid control here to the side of Revitalize. Pero habang ngayon, may top mid na Omen, meron tayong Showstopper biglang lilipat, at mahuli ang dalawa. Subversive not ready for that at all.
I mean, that was just, I don't know, flight school, man. That raise was just sky high right there as he takes down Humi as well. Looks like it's all up to Young Pork here.
Oh, shotgun in hand, and goodbye to him. Revitalized, really reviving the scene here, reviving their chances even more so. They have been the ones looking very healthy in the scoreline, and with Friend and Muir leading the charge, it has been a really, really good show. For si Acro, ha? That was a really good showstopper. Perfectly timing it right kasi nag-set up si CMS at si Foon.
Yeah, almost flying out of the map, sort of flying out of bounds right there. And that's how you play a showstopper. That was really instrumental to securing that round. Now let's see how things work now that SVR will be on the offensive side. Perhaps they have something planned with how Kumi and CMS will be initiating an execute.
I'd love to see how it's gonna work, especially with Humi leading that charge with the darts. Of course, CMS, konting flash lang, konting faultline lang, di sakto talagang tatama yan. But look at how the setup here for the Killjoy is. It's very anti-jet, if you notice. It's always all about putting nanoswarms there by the doors, and one dash, then it's not gonna be really gonna do anything because there's nothing set up in the first place. Frendo gonna be sticking around. Si Foon mag-entry na dito sa A side. Charles will go down. Subversive planting this one, and looking to play post-plant immediately.
Typically, ganun, no? Pag anti-jet na usapan, you have that turret to stop the jet as soon as he dashes onto backside, but Foon still being able to secure that entry. Health advantage, though, in favor of DFT Revitalize.
With that pick off, Young Pork and Foon doing it again, and Subversive making some really good sidelines right now to help them out. Pero baka naiiwan na naman si Mira dito. Very kaya si Silip dyan. Ang breach natin nag-iintay. There we go with the darts. There we go with a quick little fake, and CMS eventually pulls the trigger, goes on the outside, and Subversive was able to play the ninja moves to get back onto A site.
Yeah, beautifully executed. Let's see. Looks like they are going to be going full commit right here. Most of them going on Spectres. Interestingly enough, DFT Revitalize going on those shorties and frenzies as well.
Big surprise factor, right? One good at short range, one good still at short range, but also in the mediums kind of deal. And don't forget that full auto on the frenzy can really pack a big punch. Pero pansin natin dito, na Subversive, mukhang naghahabol talaga sila dito. Kuha sila ng isang rod, pwede sila mag-Spectre buy nga, and they do go all in for this round.
Yeah, but can't deny the potential of perhaps Friend being able to bag a kill here and taking a Spectre of his own.
Yeah, we'll see if Friend can actually yoink this gun away. Seems like he's mean and great.
Scouted out.
Spotted out. Yes, he does serve him. At taunting TP lang, patay ka na. Fool will take advantage. There's the Cloudburst as well. But Charles, the headshot, he just spams it down and he catches Foon mid-transition. That has to
How
hurt.
does that even happen?
I mean, just hold that left click down, right? The full auto burst comes, and suddenly the head was just perfectly lined up there for Charles.
4v4 now, CMS taking control of the site here. And really, if you're going to be playing like that, the breach can just flash onto heaven, sort of tremor, fault line over there, and stop the retakers from coming in from heaven.
Yeah, Food still at least gets to pick off again. Subversive, they want to win this round and fast, but it isn't going to be working out the plan because some of their guns being retrieved here by the side of Revitalize. Food still finally catching out Mira. Mukhang walang mga Spectre dyan. Young Pork now with a kill at biglang 3v1 dito. Kaya pa mapuhay ng ating race. Kaya ba ni Acro makahanap ng isa pang barrel? He sees something in front of him. It's the promised land that is the Spectre, but now he has to get on the way. 16 HP. In the Dream, still alive for a race. Killjoy, Omen, Sova, all moving on around for Subversive. They've made this attack work again and again, and they're doing a really good job at it. And Acro will stay here. Reset nga, Yoko Spectre. Time to go for the full buy instead.
So looking like they're off to a very good start coming into the second half here. But of course, now the gun advantage will be in favor of DFT Revitalize.
I got a question for you, Vim. What do you think Subversive is doing so well right now on the attack compared to their defense? What's really panning out for them here?
I think really you just have to play with your entry frag. You know, when your entry frag goes deep onto the site, don't be afraid to follow it up as quickly as you can. And that's what they did during the first pistol round. Just have faith in your entry frag and play it out that way.
We'll find out though. This is actually gonna work still, as it's high time now for Foon to push on forward even more so. Subversive right now putting the Cloudburst down by Acro, trying to run into the smoke, pero patay pa rin siya. 2 kills immediately for Subversive, making the entry count. At yun talaga yun, they really just like playing with those smokes perfect to their namesake, and Spike now planted here on B.
I mean, as soon as you utilize those smokes and you rely on that recon from Humi, and then, of course, the jet will be taking up a lot of space on the site. It's very, very straightforward strategy from there. And so far, it's working for SVR.
And there you go. Young Porto with the pick-off. Mir gonna get the answer at 4v2 bigla dito. Charles though gonna be able to at least win that one out against Humi. At tingnan natin kung kaya nga ng Killjoy. There's the flash though, and immediately the updraft will be coming on through from the Jet. Mir trying to get the hell away. Is it time to disengage? Is it time to back on out? Fundo on the hunt. 31 HP para sa ating Jet at more Revitalize. Mapipilitan na magigipit dito. But there's the exit on the Food, but Food will still keep an eye out and get that final kill. Subversive one away from tying it up.
Things starting to look good for their favor right now, as DFT Revitalize will be going on that light buy.
It's time.
So Mira is gonna have that Blade Storm, so let's see if he can make some plays with it. Perhaps get a gun for himself.
Like 21 kills, you already know that this man is on a mission. This man is someone to watch out for. At yung Blade Storm talaga ang pwede magbigay sa kanya ng kills, makabigay ng baril sa kabila, at makabigay ng baril sa mga kapwa niya in the first place. Pero habang ngayon, Humi with the Vandal, seems like an A push in order, as Acro holding close with a Spectre on main.
Yep, lahat sila nandyan sa A main. It looks like they're just going to, go ahead straight up explode onto A site, relying on Foon to dash onto backside yet again.
And then Humi goes scouting on the round. As you mentioned, that might be the entry here for the side of Subversive. Isang dash ng kailangan na for Youngpork already catching out Acro. And here comes the dash indeed, but Charles hiding on the side. Perfect position there to deal with the Jet. For habang ngayon, Subversive still with the advantage. 4v2, setting on up again. JB now with the ghost in hand, but the taps are just not enough. And now Humi knows someone is coming. Does look into the lane here, but it's not going to be enough. There we go with the shot though, onto the Omen. There's the takedown with the classic. And Humi will say, hello, this is me answering you. Subversive tying up the game.
Really, that's just a clear case, Daks. So sometimes you don't have to overthink your strategy. Sometimes the straightforward approach, the strong arm approach, works just as well. Especially if you're playing a tournament match, a lot of teams, they tend to sort of overthink and go too deep into their strategies. But sometimes you just have to play it out default and win your duels. It's just as simple as that.
Exactly. Just find a way to actually go for the duel itself. And right now, Subversive is just doing two things. One, hitting their shots, and two, moving with the smokes. And it has been very, very impressive from them. Sobrang komportable sila with the Cloudburst and the Dark Cover combo. Kitang-kita talaga na alam sila pwede mag-hopscotch, pwede okay, dito tayo, dun tayo, and then we'll be setting up here at the last station. It's a good coordination here from Subversive, and we'll see if they can keep it up, because Revitalize right now, they are just getting beaten back. They're unable to answer what Subversive is doing here on the attack. And here we go with Acro though with the first kill. Finally Revitalize getting the entry and looking to get the impact in their favor.
See though, if Humi can get a kill onto Charles.
Charles though catching out Humi. Foods now with the wall bang there, and Subversive, even though they're down by 1, they still have a good fighting chance here. And Foods now 9 HP. The dream's still alive, but the location revealed, and there we go with the operator from Mira catching out CMS instead.
Now you see SVR try a different approach onto their executes here. I'd like to see them do more of what they were doing in the previous rounds that worked out very well for them. They were trying to switch it up here, but it appears that as soon as they utilize their utilities in unison in a sort of straightforward execution onto a site, then that works really well for them. So perhaps they should just keep on doing that.
Yeah, it seems like the scatter shot approach not watching, and Foods not watching at all. Charles gonna get that kill from above at yun na nga, Revitalize. Makakakuha sila ng lead na dyan. But I want to build up what you said. It really feels like the coordination here from Subversive is their best factor. Kasi saktong-sakto talaga yung mga timing nila with the darts and the smokes. And they also have the breach there to help out with the flashes if need be, diba?
Napaka-cohesive ng playstyle ng Subversive ngayon. And you can really see, the timing of those utilities being used to its full potential. And going for that scatter shot approach is going to be a bit of a challenge for them, especially Mira going to be on that operator defending mid lane right here. So it seems like, okay, SVR is going to go back to the drawing board. Parang sige, tara, diretso na to U site. Let's see if this is going to work.
Yeah, let's see. Ultimate still available for Subversive. 4 of them good to go. At mga ito na nga sila stack on the side. Look to go for the push and look to make it happen. Very isang pa nagbabatay to Revitalize. But they realize na ito na nga yun. It's time for them to rotate accordingly. It's the Venn diagram of Killjoy set again with those lockdowns. But Mira and Friend get the answers there. Youngpork can beat out with that takedown. Subversive trying to plant this one down. Pero ito ang detain. Ito yung pangalawang detain. Mukhang tatlong mag-detain dito. And it's time to go for the hunt. Okay, Revitalize will just take this one in front of the breach. Oh my God! CMS is still alive! At wala nagbabatay sa kanya, pero mukhang makakadalawa nga si CMS there. What happened?
That would have been the clutch of the century, though. But I mean, that was just really painful to see, man. You don't want to see the entire team executing just detain.
Oh no!
So painful to see.
Like, I think Subversive made a bit of a mistake there. They might have thought that lockdown was theirs rather than the opposition. And then 3 detained make it so very easy. CMS though, hiding appropriately. Nandun lang siya sa sulok, nakapuha pa siya dalawa. But still, it's just so risky to do that. And they will pay the price. And now they will be down by 2 points again.
It's like their straightforward approach did not work to their favor at that point in time. Mira on that operator is proving to be a very, very big game changer for the side of DFT Revitalize. As soon as he got on that operator, momentum started to swing in their favor.
We'll see as it's signed out for Mira to just accelerate on and back on out. That's trying to amp it up, but here comes Kuhn looking to go for his own up trap and look for an angle. But Humi, it's another kill with the Hunter's Fury there. Goodbye to the Raze. So no way to get the showstopper. Pero mukhang si JB sasagot rin. It's a chain of ultimates now here, Vim. Pero mukhang spike plant para dito para sa Team Subversive.
Yeah, it does get a tag, but not enough to get a kill. And napakaganda talaga ng Hunter's Fury in that context when you're trying to secure an entry kill to open up a site. I really think that's the most effective way to use Hunter's Fury. Foods taking down Fren, and Woomy takes down Charles. It's like this is a round for SVR Daks.
Subversive with a 5v2 advantage. JB getting backing all the way alongside Mira. It's time to get hell away, says the Jet. Tama na yan. Subversive again, getting a proper push. At yun talaga yun, diba? They cover up their side of the map with all the utility they want. Para na lang nag-paint sila ng artifact dito. Tapos habang ngayon, ito na ang Subversive. Another point on the board. Look at tie it up again. But still, it's still Revitalized in the lead and with 2 saves on the board as well.
Looks like Foon will have that Blade Storm at the ready. Now the burden's on his shoulders to make a play. Pero parang ganun talaga yung napapansin ko. As soon as they overthink their executes, that's when they fall apart and get dismantled one by one by DFT Revitalize. DFT, the way I see it, knows full well how to exploit mistakes from your enemy. If they leave one corner unchecked, all of a sudden, friends are going to be there to peek and take one out. So I really feel that playing utilities in unison and making full use of your cohesion as a team is the key to victory here for SVR.
Yeah, it really feels like who can ever play this a bit better in terms of their strengths and even in their teamwork might be the one who has the edge. We see another close game dito sa 1Tap. Kitang-kita talaga ang competition natin. Sobrang dikit, and I really gotta give thanks to Manila Esports Club for making this a possibility. Pero habang ngayon, Subversive. Now the possibility is on to A side. At tingnan natin kung paano sila gagalaw dito. Now Revitalize, they really need to get away from the utility there from Subversive. The best thing they might be able to do is okay, let the smokes happen. Let the fault line happen. Maybe even if the Rolling Thunder is available, just get away from that. Pero ito na nga, who is that? It is gonna be Humi getting that kill. It's him, it's me, it's C here, says Humi, and Foon also on the board. Charles already going on down, and then naman ang Subversive, they make it clean, they put the smokes, and they already put on a shroud to set up on A side.
This time around though, Food's gonna be on that lurk, and he knows full well that most of DFT Revitalize is gonna be on heaven here, completely unaware. Let's see if he can actually secure the round here.
Sneaky peeky, pero mukhang si JB pa rin makasagot ay sa Acro, keeping an eye out at JB getting 2, making it an even matchup here. Good positioning for the Sova though. High ground right now goes for the Dart, and CMS will get the answer there. Dart though does reveal the breach, but Foods now will help out. That's how the tides and how the positions do turn there. Subversive gives the surprise again. Gulat ka na lang, nasa taas na yung Killjoy, and here we are all tied up again 10-10.
Ang ganda ng ginawa nila dun kasi talagang hindi ni-expect ng DFT Revitalize na may naglo-lurk na sa isa. They were just committing split pushes, split executions for the side of Subversive. Plain and simple, right? And I think DFT was expecting more of the same. But they did switch it up and sort of played to their strengths at the same time. And that's why they were able to secure that round. Humi sitting atop the scoreboard right here and right next to Mira.
Yeah, we'll see though how Mira is going to be able to do it even more. He has been top frag for quite a while already. At kita talaga sa Revitalize it. Just how they're able to change the tempo of how they play has been the biggest component of it. Pero ito na nga naman eh. Okay, smokes are down. It's time for Subversive to play in the shadows and get that first pick off again. It's so interesting, Vim, na we have two different dynamics here from two very well balanced teams as Foods and JP do get one apiece.
4v3, man advantage now in favor of SVR. But we've seen JB work miracles, however, he will be denied by Foon.
4v2 ngayon, Subversive again setting up onto the B side, and this might be Revitalized, realizing that this might be a save situation. Pero yun nga yun eh. What do you think right now? Subversive in the utility usage, in the meantime, Revitalize and how they can play aggro and then something defensive at any given moment. What is really giving these two teams an edge on each other?
Siguro, from what I'm seeing right now, DFT Revitalize perhaps might be giving a little bit too much respect for the side of SVR. Swoon gets a nasty 2k right there. I think DFT Revitalize, diba? Parang they're superior when it comes to fighting 1v1 duels. And I think they should exploit that.
Tama naman. Like
perhaps
we see here,
a bit more aggressive.
Exactly. And we want to see that there from them. Yun yung they make their own opportunities. They play the position game. Pero yung nangyayari talaga eh. Subversive ang sinasagot nila. Sige, okay, dito ang smokes, dito kaya magalaban. Pero hindi lang isa ako. Tatlo kami, 5 kami, lahat kami nagbabantayan sa isa't isa. And it's a different kind of teamwork that we see from Subversive that is allowing them to do better on the attack. Kanina nga, Revitalized proper punishes there on Subversive on their defense. Pero ngayon, it's 11-10 and Subversive has understood how they want to play it out. And this time, it's Revitalized changing it up. But the fault line is there. And Semi Rolling Thunder also is going on out immediately. Acro in the meantime would catch out the Foon. Tamang quest lang para sa Revitalized. Gulat na lang yung Jet. Mapatay kagad siya. At si Acro naman ang huli ngayon. CMS with that pick-off. Mira though with the operator on the lane keeping an eye out, and maybe someone's gonna get spotted as Umi gets another kill.
I mean, really brilliant entry coming in on there from Foon. Although he does get taken out early, he did do the job securing the rest of the side for Team Mira. We'll be trying to get a pick off these Blade Storms over here. Or we'll just be holding on to that operator. Just look like it's going to be a save situation here for the side of DFT Revitalize.
No, and this is just them running out of time and rounds to give. Subversive is proving that they can play with their smokes as much as possible. And Mira just throws away the Blade Storm kasi wala na yung magagawa sa round na to. At least may operator pa sila para sa next round. Sobrang malaking tulong yan. At Subversive naman, 4 survivors nila. They're going to be backing on away. Pero yun talaga yun, di ba, Pim? Saktong tamang utility lang. Every single time. And we're seeing here that's just the breach difference also being a big factor kasi sure maraming smokes ang Omen at Jet pero biglang dagdagan mo ng breach flash ng fault line at biglang may dart rin. Subversive just has the complete package there on their push.
I really believe that breach is in a team comp no? But I really believe that breach is one of the most challenging agents to use. But if your team knows how to synergize full well with your kit and you know damn well what you're doing out there, that can really make a push nigh unstoppable. And right here we see a team that's been doing their homework in terms of breach synergy.
Oh my god!
Difference.
Did you see that? Yellowport, he plays with fire and he almost gets burnt there. Saktong talong lang. Uy, may officer harapan ko. Sige, okay lang yan. No problem at all. What a madman indeed.
We're fine.
We're good. No problem. But lockdown might be the problem here, but look at this. Subversive trying to be cheeky. Food is dashing on it, trying to pretend that this is going to be a full commitment. At biglang mag-rotate na ang Killjoy natin. Pero then Charles not going to fall for it.
Oh my gosh.
One player detained. Food with the kill there onto Acro, and Subversive really subverting the odds and going over to A side instead.
Nagulat sila, dito na, execute sa lockdown, pero biglang may flash sa A-side. Friendo taking down Foon.
Yun talaga yun. Isang pitas na naman para kay Friend 4v4 ngayon. At sabi ng Revitalize, sige, konti kami nagulan doon. Pero kaya natin bumalik. 4v4 situation post-match right now. Time is ticking. You can see Revitalize and their life is literally on a timer. Can they stay alive though? Charles with the kill on the Yelp Park there. And eventually Killjoy will come closer and closer. Here comes the Omen as well. Darko connects onto the Omen, but it doesn't matter. Charles with the pickup. Sabi niya, sight ko to, di niyo ako pinatay. Sige, kayo ang bahala. Kayo mamamatay. At ito na ang Revitalize makakabawi. 12-11, one away from either a win or overtime.
Yep. Are we going to be seeing overtime? We'll find out in this round. Really good big brain attempt from SVR right there. But DFT just very quick on the rotate. And they weren't too hasty in terms of that retake. Hindi sila isa-isa pumasok. That's really the most common mistake when in terms of retaking a site. Sometimes you just gotta wait until the rest of your team can catch up and sort of just use your utilities to delay that post-plant situation. That's what they did really, really well. Mira still holding on to that operator.
Yeah, we'll see though. How it's gonna work for Mira again. And multiple times we've seen Mira get those kills, and it might be the game changer here. Pero mukha ito na nga, Subversive looking for the coup de grace onto B side. Can they do it again? Can JB though get the proper lineup? At dalawa kagamat na Dagya! At dalawa nga mapapatay niya. Hunter's Fury just being conducted to, and Mira also with the kill. Subversive and their chances to wrap it up gonna be falling apart here. Fool with the kill onto Acro. Acro who gets backstabbed there, but it's now 4v1 lockdown. Gonna be a timer really ticking on the way.
No way in hell, dude.
No surviving.
Absolutely no chance.
We go to overtime, and now we see Revitalize answer Subversive in their own game. Utility there from Revitalize looking even better, and what a Hunter's Fury from JB.
I mean, JB, he's not atop the scoreboard, right? But you can't deny his impact throughout the entire game. Then, of course, securing that round for DFT Revitalize, that quick 2K using that Hunter's Fury early on in the round, is just absolutely incredible.
Yeah, what a way to go. And just so many talking points right now I want to discuss after this game, especially how these halves have gone. But right now, it's time to see who can win it out again. Will we see the utility of Subversive really, really show up here again? Or can Revitalize either adjust or get the picks in terms of position that they have been looking for? Anong klaseng identity ang magwawagi dito? Sino kaya ang team na talaga sasabihin? Ito yung ginagawa natin. Ito ang palag. At ito na nga, Revitalize will do it there. The Daks got out Food, but Young Pork and Food on the other side winning out those duels instead. And oh no, now Revitalize, even though they get punished on one, Subversive is able to subvert expectations and win out on another angle instead.
I mean, akala ko na-anticipate na dun. But, on the other end of the map, just working to their favor here.
The way to go. What an answer there. And Subversive right now still with the advantage after everything is said and done. That was just really how they can test what Revitalize is up to. And it really was a show of force being able to beat Revitalize basically in their own game. But here we go now with a smoke onto the market. Acro will go down. Poon hiding into the long cubby. And here comes Young Fork also as JB catches out Poon along the way. Suddenly it's 3v1. JB though, he clutched it out before on B side. Can he do it again? Young Fork muna mapipitas ngayon pero palapit na ang Sova at ang bridge natin. There's the fault line though. Does it get the catch? Di talaga gaapat pero si Humi nandyan lang sa sulok at mukhang si JB tatago muna dito sa corner.
Yep, doesn't really have to make any noises right now. He does go for that fake plant. But Humi's going to be utilizing his kit, perhaps that recon as well, in just about 8 seconds to find JB off guard.
Spike actually going to get faked. 15 seconds left. JB has to do this now or never. He has to try and stay alive. Better to go for the default angle for cover. And immediately the dart is there again. Armong recon muna dito. JB has no time anymore. At mukhang ito na nga, Subversive. Sakto lang talaga. Kanina, nasagot ng Revitalize ang Subversive sa laro nila. This time, Subversive answering back in the same way in Revitalize's game.
Historically, though, throughout this game, nahirapan yung SVR sa attack phase nila. Let's see if they know the secret answer to penetrate the defense of DFT Revitalize coming into this overtime round.
Yeah, we'll find out though as it's time yet again for Subversive to prove what they've been doing. And it really has to be Revitalized answering that breach. They have no ultimates to bail them out this time. At pansin nga natin, diba gumagawa ng smoke pathway dito, gumagawa ng smoke screen ang Subversive, tapos bigla na lang may breach na lalabas, na may flash, na may something. Kaya kailangan talaga hanapan ng paraan na pigilan yon ng Revitalize. Hindi ko sa Brian mention, tamang smoke lang red galing sa Revitalize ang sobrang makakatulong sa kanila. Pero ito na naman yun, Subversive, they do it again. There we go, smoke into the flash and they're already on B side. Doing it the same way, they know how.
Looks like yun, parang straightforward approach ang ginawa nila, and Humi takes down Acro right here. Now it's going to be a 4v5 situation in favor of Subversive, and again, the straightforward sort of one-dimensional execute is what has been working for them previously. And not a surprise that they were able to do that again. Friend, though, takes down Foods.
Oh, that dart is so good. It's by the tree. People have to hide by the boat as instead. Pero si Humi tama backstab lang. Charles goes down. CMS is there. And I hear and Revitalize. Saan kaya sila titignan? Full time naman galing kay CMS. At ito na ang bakbakan para kay friend. CMS will get that kill. And it's now the Jet falling down. Humi with the best angle there. And this time, Subversive get the complete package. Even more so, tamang delivery lang dun sa overtime na yun. And they win out the same way they know how with a bit of flavor from Revitalize.
I mean, they were off to a rough start, but were able to adapt and adjust to overcome DFT Revitalized. Napakaganda na pinakita ng both teams dito. And kitang-kita naman sa scoreboard, napakalapit ng average combat score in itself. And of course, the scoreline 14-12. Overtime pa tayo. First overtime throughout this 1Tap series so far. Man, what a match.
What a match indeed. And I just really want to talk about the two identities we've seen in this game. Both very well-balanced rosters. Both very well-balanced on the attack and the defense. Pareho sila marunong, okay, ito ang attack side natin, ito ang defense side natin. Two different identities. Pero kitang-kita talaga na mas may combo potential lang yung Subversive eh. Yung smoke screen nila eh, ang lupit. Tipong, okay, it's time for them to set up. It's like a really making a board for them to work on. And then suddenly a flash, a fault line comes out of nowhere. And the problem there for Revitalize is they like to play that position game, they like to play that punish game, and they were eventually answered by Subversive. Pero on the other side, hindi naman nag-smoke sa Revitalize, hindi nila sagot yung mga flashes ng Breach. Parang yun talaga yung parang tipping skill, no?
Yeah, sort of that unison of utilities right there. There's very little you can do to stop a steamroll like that. And if you play it to the best of its ability, and nakita natin even on defense that Subversive was able to do that. Napakaganda ng, remember that round 3 when you have that instant breach flash onto mid link and then they converge from left and right. I mean, it's just a true testament to the cohesion of Subversive as a team right now.
And Humi looking like such a good piece of that puzzle. Those darts were very instrumental to allow them to know kung saan nga sila gagalaw, kung paano ang palag nila. Pero yun eh, Subversive, they've been looking for that missing piece and it might be Humi here.
Might be it.
You gotta get Proc to Revitalize. They know how to punish so well. At kitang-kita talaga na may sobrang fragging potential between their Jet and their own Mira and Friend looking absolutely crazy. And everyone else has this distinct role in terms of their agent. Kitang-kita talaga yung Sova, the Hunter's Fury, saktong lineup. Kitang-kita rin yung parang yung Ray showstopper. That's something to watch out for. The lockdown play. Every single part of Revitalize, they know how to use their ultimates really well. And in all honesty, that could have gone either way. Pero yun lang yun eh. Subversive, it feels like they took that extra step. And with that extra step, it went to overtime. They got the comeback and they got the win because of that.
Absolutely. We've talking about Mira, we're talking about Friend for the side of DFT Revitalize, but you can't deny, again, JB, just an integral player for their team. So I'd like to see more of DFT Revitalize, quite frankly. This is my first time spectating them in a tournament broadcast here at Valorant PH, and I'm liking what I'm seeing so far.
Exactly. Maraming potential talaga and saktong-sakto lang na ito ng pick-up dito ng Defiant. Really going to show na these guys are in it to win it and they're proving that they can really climb the charts. Very great performance here in the 1Tap tournament. Pero mukhang ito na yun eh. They still have a third place match, I believe, to play. At ang ating unang grand finalist ay Subversive. The winner of the other semifinals going on right now between TMT Esports and Kamura will face off against Subversive. And hey, familiar names yet again at the top part. 20k daw online dito sa 1Tap episode 2 courtesy of Vyminal Esports Club. And you guys are tuning on in to, well, our Discord exclusive tournament. If you guys want to join another instance of this, madali lang. Palagi lang kayo updated dapat sa discord.gg/PH. Bigla na lang announcement, uy, tournament. Tas kin talaga. That's our 16 teams diba? And it was really good to see that these guys were ready and raring, so part of the community and enjoying their time in the Valorant PH scene. For that being said, though, that was our semifinals. Another great one. So many good ones on stream, and I've been so happy about what we've been getting so far. What will we get in the grand finals? Stay tuned, stick around. We'll be right back for more 1Tap episode 2.